Gents, I just want to pause the episode for a moment to let you know about the Strong Men of Value Academy. You will have heard me refer to it a number of times, and I want to bring more attention to it. So this isn't just a program, it's a life-changing environment and community of men who are focused on personal and professional growth. We're looking at areas of relationships, wealth, and health, things to help you thrive and maximize your life. Imagine having bi-monthly one-on-one coaching sessions with myself, weekly group coaching calls, and an incredible brotherhood of high achievers by your side. Now we're diving into resilience, leadership, and holistic growth to not just succeed in your career, but to thrive in your health and your relationships. Your journey to greatness, it starts here. So join the movement and you can apply for the Strong Men of Value Academy. You can head to themanthatcanproject.com to find out more. Welcome to the Man That Can Project podcast, a podcast empowering men to take ownership for their lives through higher performance. I'm your host, Lachlan Stuart, and join me for weekly conversations around fitness, mental health, spirituality, relationships, finances, communication, and more. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and please leave a 5-star rating and review. Doing this helps the show to grow and get in the hands of men who really need it. Let's get into today's show. Career-driven men need to be aware of this. Over the last couple of days, I've really been thinking about and writing down a whole heap of reasons why people are a part of our Strong Men of Value community and what they're looking to achieve, what are the main challenges that they've got in their life, and who I'm really here to help. And I'm very fortunate one-on-one that I get to work with highly successful business owners, people who run tens of millions, companies worth tens of millions of dollars, but also have, 10 to 100 staff members working for them. And they, what I get to learn from these people really drives my decisions within my business, but it also then helps me bring these levels of awareness to the men that are within our Strong Men of Value community. And generally within the Strong Men of Value community, there are a lot of career-driven men. There are a lot of business-driven men. Okay, and we're really helping them learn to take ownership for their lives by higher performance and also being aware that there's more outside their business. Now, I want you to be aware of these areas because personally, I'm so grateful that I have this understanding, I have this level of awareness because it really, really drives a lot of the things home that work well for me and guide my decisions in business and also in my life. So rather than chewing the fat, let's get straight into it. So the first one that you need to be aware of, you must prioritize all of the things that you feel your career success or your business success is going to give you or afford you. So prioritize all of the things that you feel your career success or your business success is going to afford you. I hope that sinks in. So let me give you the example of that. Many of us are striving for status, recognition, financial health through our careers, through our businesses. We feel that when we get there, more people are going to respect us. More people will want to hang out with us. We're going to have more time for our family. We're going to have more money for those holidays, more money to buy what we want to buy. And yes, you may. However, if you don't practice that along the process, you're going to lose sight of what it is that you're hoping to get yourself. Many people work so hard. They grind themselves to the bone to achieve that level of success, to achieve whatever it is that you feel your career is going to get you, only to find out that along the way you've not enjoyed the last 20 years of that process. Your family is no longer there. Your physical health is shot. You've lost sight of who you are as an individual. All of these things that are very important and make us up as a human get left on the wayside because we're so focused on that career. We're so focused on that outcome. Now, I'm not saying don't have an outcome goal, don't have a career goal or a business goal. Definitely do. I'm driven by that. But I also am highly aware that I need to work out how to integrate within my life because it is only one part of what I do, not who I am. So I want you guys to be very, very thoughtful around that and very, very aware of that, because, one day, you might not even get to the point where you get to enjoy the goal that you're working towards. It may take you till you're 60 or 65. And in the meantime, something might happen. You might get struck down with cancer. The person that you're wanting to travel with may have a fatal illness. And I don't want to get grim, but this is the harsh reality of life. So be very mindful of this, gents, because as I said, I work with some highly successful people in business, and they're still seeking me out because they've realized that they've lost who they are along the way. And that's probably the most important to them now that they've achieved everything else that they thought was possible. So keep that in mind. Second, schedule downtime. For someone who's career driven, that's like, what the fuck, bro? I'm trying to achieve my career. Why would I stop? Why would I slow down? Someone's going to catch me. I'm going to lose momentum. I get that. I understand that. I have those thoughts all the time. But what I've also experienced and what I also know to be true is you will burn yourself the fuck out. You will lose motivation. You will lose inspiration. You will lose the love for what you're doing. And ultimately, you're going to lose sight of why you're doing what you're doing. So take time. Play around with it. If you don't know how much time is enough time for you, play around with it. Start with a long weekend. Maybe you might, for me personally, it's 10 days is awesome. It's enough time to switch off, but it's also enough time that I don't feel like I'm going crazy and getting, being extremely unproductive. So that works well for me. But within that downtime, you have time to reflect, right? And when I say reflect, you have time to reflect on actually what's important to you. You're taking time to lift your head up and look around. See that rather than following a black line in the pool, there's more lanes in the pool. You might want to swim in them a little bit. In some of those lanes, maybe family time, maybe hanging out with some mates, maybe travel. Okay, so take that time. You also have time to recharge. Obviously, you're going to not be burning the candle at both ends. When you recharge, you may come back to your job, may come back to your business with fresh ideas, with fresh energy, with fresh enthusiasm and focus, which can help you fly past where you would have been if you'd just been headbutting a brick wall, hoping to make some progress. Also take time to think and laugh, right? During that downtime, extremely important, right? And this is how that downtime really makes us appreciate everything that we're working towards along the way. Third thing to be aware of, and this is a really important one, I believe, your career or business priorities may not align with the priorities within your relationship. Now, if you're not in a relationship, this may be good to listen to purely for when you are in a relationship, if that's something that's important to you. For those who are in a relationship, I'm talking to you. Your priority might be growing your business or getting that promotion, getting that raise. And what you feel is required of you to do that is working 12 hours a day for 7 days a week. Working yourself to the bone to the point where you don't have energy to invest in the relationship. You're grumpy, you're moody, you're letting your health go. You don't have time for date nights. You don't even have time to cook dinner or clean up around the house. You can see how that frustrates a relationship. So something to be mindful of. Understand and establish your priorities as an individual, as a man, within your career. I would encourage your partner to do the same. And then sit down over a nice bottle of red or your Weet-Bix and share your priorities for the year and why they're important to you. And then see how they align with the priorities within the relationship. You might both agree to have a career-focused year, which is completely fine. But if you do, also understand that there will be consequences as a result of that. You may feel disconnected. You may not get the time that you want. You may not feel valued or loved. That's going to be a consequence of that, and be prepared for it. And also be aware that you need to manage how you respond in that situation. But if you're not prepared to go without that, you don't want to feel disconnected. You don't want to feel undervalued. Then maybe you need to go, hey, look, I'm still really want to prioritize this year, and I'm really excited that you're prioritizing what's important to you this year, but I still want to make sure we prioritize each other. let's work on a weekly date night or a fortnightly, every 2 months, we'll go for a weekend away. What are we going to do? So make sure that you establish your own priorities, but also priorities for your relationship to move forward. Because you know what they say, if you don't grow together, you'll grow apart. And I've seen that happen far too often for career-driven men. Finally, your body will give up before your mind. The dad bod it's a joke, actually. Like, people laugh about it. Oh, you got the dad bod, I got a dad bod. In reality, you've just neglected your fucking health. You may be so focused on your career, and I understand that. You may be focused on other things, but what is the one thing that's going to help you show up every day in every area of your life? It helps you show up to work. It helps you show up in your relationship. It helps you show up for your mates. It helps you get on a plane and travel. It's your fucking body, right? If you're not looking after your health, you're going to lose energy. You're going to lose your range of motion. You're going to lose the ability to live your life. So never, ever, ever neglect your health while you're working towards career. Understand that it is just as important as a meeting that you've got at lunchtime. The meeting with yourself, prioritizing your health, getting your energy right, and making sure the vehicle that walks you around everywhere every day is on point is a very important commitment, is a very important appointment. So don't fucking neglect it. Well, this is a little bonus one I just saw I put in the notes here, which I completely forgot about, but I'll share it anyway. Don't always talk about what you are, or what you do, talk about who you are. So that again is, don't always talk about what you do. Remember to talk about who you are. So many of us feel like our identity is what we do, let alone who we are, what our traits are, what our characteristics are. Right? No one gives a shit that you played footy 10 years ago. No one cares that you got an OP1 or finished school with top of the marks. That's relevant for maybe 12 hours. People move on. Life moves on. Information is moving so quickly. So don't forget to talk about who you are as an individual. Right? Yes, what you do may be fucking save people from jail as a lawyer. What you do maybe help people buy nice, incredible houses as a real estate agent. But who are you? That's what really matters. That's what people care about. And if you lose sight of that, which many people have, or if you can't answer that question for yourself, you're lost, right? And we all know what happens when you start feeling lost. So make sure you spend the time with yourself, have the conversation with yourself, journal, write down who am I? If you can't answer that question, probably worthwhile jumping in our academy because we can help you with that. Gents, thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you learned a few things there. Make sure you comment in wherever you're listening to this, comment or leave a review what you took away from this. And remember, if you're a career-focused man, get in our Strong Men of Value Academy. We've got a few days left until applications finish for quarter one, 2022. So I look forward to seeing you in there. Until then, make sure you like, share, subscribe, do all that sort of stuff. Leave a review. It helps more people see the show, more people see the channel and get value from the episodes, much like you guys are today. Thank you for listening to the Man That Can Project podcast. My name is Lachlan Stuart, and I hope you enjoyed this episode and found it helpful. If you did, please take a moment to rate and review the Man That Can Project on your favorite podcast platform. And don't forget to subscribe to stay up to date with our newest episodes. We'll see you again next time.